Hello my ducks, it's Simon here. Welcome back to the Hermit's Cave. Hope everybody is doing okay. It's Friday, it's the end of the week. We're experiencing a storm in the UK at the moment. So yeah, all our roads are flooded. We were sent home at lunchtime today, but it's the evening now and I think it's starting to dissipate a little bit. So, but I'm hoping everybody's safe. I've come on because I received a package, even in the storm. The Royal Mail delivers. And now this is sent from Artisan Tarot, and I got an email probably about 3 weeks ago, I think, from William Rader, who's one half of Artisan Tarot, along with Kristen Condor, to say that they've been working on a poker deck. And I was really pleased because as you know, I've got a real love of playing cards as well, just like I have tarot cards. My playing card collection is rapidly growing as well, but I use them for obviously gameplay, but I also use playing cards for divination as well. But I was super pleased because the quality of the decks that come from Artisan Tarot are second to none. I've got quite a few of their decks now. The Reveal, which is wonderful. The Jean Dodal, that was kind of like, this one was like a sample before the actual one was released. The Nicholas Conver. I've also got the Jean Noblet. That's probably my second favourite Marseille deck after the Dodal. And the one that they did with Alejandro Rosan, which is Tarot de Ambiguities. Love the quality of their decks. And I've mentioned before, they are linen cardstock, but they're like casino grade quality cardstock, which is just wonderful. So when William contacted me and said, we've been working on a poker deck, it's called Portrait de Paris. Would you be interested in receiving it? I immediately said yes, please, because that would be great. All I've done is just taken the label and everything off this. I haven't opened this up yet or taken a look. Oh yes, and I think there's a book. He mentioned a book by Enriquez, I think, going back from memory. Anyway, let's see what we've got here. So this is William Rader, but your lesson, oh no, it's not, sorry, it's Alejandro Rosan. They look quite similar though. Learn how to read the Tarot of Ambiguities. So that's the one that I've just showed you. That was probably their last deck, maybe. And then we've got this little book. Oh, there's 2 books. Okay, 2 books. So little pocket books. Beautiful Bullshit, Enriquez, and Algor. I do have a book by Enriquez, which is, and he seems to like these white plain covers. This is Tarology, and if you've seen the documentary, I think it used to be on Netflix. I think it was Netflix, maybe Amazon Prime. But he's got a very unique, very straightforward way of reading cards and writing as well. I didn't finish, this is as far as I got. Look, this is the bookmark I use then. Isn't that cool? Don't you love these ones where they change? But I must finish it. But that's the story of my life. I start books and I seldom finish them. But these might be a little bit easier because they're not the thickest book. So this is Beautiful Bullshit. So let's have a look at what this is about. And all of these are available on the Artisan Tarot website. Of course, there'll be a link in the description below. So how to turn a deck of cards into a thermometer. Abracadabrant. So that's part 1 and that's part 2. I won't read it all, but just to show you what you get here. Draw a circle, put a dot right in the center. So yeah, it's very easy to read here. And the way that Enrique writes is very, very straightforward. And this is about reading playing cards, which is ideal for this this deck. Just trying to see what else we get. We've got a space for notes. What's this one? Is this the Abracadabrant? The idea was to piece together the memory of those who instilled in us a wish to become imaginary. Okay, so nice little book. It would have been nice if there was a like a content or telling you what the book's about. See no evil, live on ease. But I don't think there's like an introduction or anything like that to tell you about it. And then we've got this one, which is I'm not sure I'm pronouncing it right, but Augur. This is 2023. This one was 2022. Doomed to our own devices, we go outside and let ourselves be steered by the sky. We milk the stars. But it is the birds that speak. Their flight is a sign of folly that lets us tread and stretch between beauty and madness. Okay. So I'm not quite sure what this is about. It's talking about a garden, it's talking about air, maybe it's to do with the suits. But anyway, it's only 29 pages. Well, 31 pages, so it certainly won't take long to read. Aside from looking at the stars, humans have been paying attention to birds for as long as they can remember. Okay, interesting anyway, but little books from Enrique Enriquez. So if you do like his work, then a couple of extra little books that you can buy. I don't know the price of these, but as I say, I'll list everything in the descriptions below. Okay, I'm just interrupting the walkthrough here because after I finished filming, and we'll come back to the playing cards in a moment, I decided to do some research into the books because I didn't feel that I really spoke about them as I should. So this book focuses on the silence of birds, that is their flight, that other rhythm through which the birds write their design in the air. This is an ideal companion for beautiful bullshit. It's 32 pages, published by Artisan Tarot. And on the website, when I put the link in, there are some links that you can go and read the interview that Enrique gave about the book. And then let's have a look. And then we have the beautiful bullshit, which is a thicker book. This one is 70 pages, as you'll see here. And it says, Beautiful Bullshit is a collection of essays that were written over the last 10 years and are brought together in these notes for the first time. They have in common a speculation about presence as a magical event. This is an ideal companion for Augur, if I'm saying that right. Augur. So they do kind of go together. You can buy them separately. They're available to buy separately, but they act as a companion to each other. And for this one, it contains the following essays: a simple and direct method to read poker cards as if they were a tarot that allows any type of question to be answered. And that's how I tend to read playing cards. An essay on the Marseille Tarot, and it's, oh my gosh, pataphysical logic? Pataphysical. A suite of post-cartomantic essays where the possibility of going beyond traditional readings is explored, leaving the table towards the world. The first incarnation of Enrique's dream inventory, where the possibility of becoming a symbol is explored, and a short essay on the language of birds. So birds certainly play a huge part with these books. Okay, so I just wanted to add that in. I mean, obviously click the link in the description to find out more yourselves as well, but back to the review of the playing cards. Okay, so as for the cards, so this is the Portrait de Paris, and it's Christian Condor has recreated a deck from the 1700s. And there's 1,000. This is number 800 of 1,000, so they're all individually numbered. But just to give you a little bit of background, it says, we are excited to announce that our next release will be the Jeu de Cartes ou Portrait de Paris. This deck was published between 1735 and 1751 by J. Trulier of Paris. Kristen restored this deck based on the images found at the National Library of France. And it says you can view the original deck here. So let's have a look. I'm just going to open, hopefully, so you can see the original cards here. Wow, look at these. Oh yes, and what I remember about this is the courts are attributed to different people, but I'll come on to that. These cards contain the suits, which are recognised as clubs, hearts, spades and diamonds. Unlike the modern decks, the number cards lack the familiar index displaying their value. So as you can see here, they're just pip cards. There are no numbers on there at all. Around 1780, excuse me, I'm trying to find my little pen knife as well, just to get this plastic open, but I've misplaced it, which is annoying me. Around 1780, the Paris pattern gained prominence in France and acquired the name Portrait Officiel, if I'm saying that right. Notably, these cards held the exclusive privilege of associating the face cards with historical and mythical characters. So that's what I was saying about each court card. It has, there we go, I found that little bit there. Each court card is attributed to a character, either historical or mythical. And then the names of the figures are displayed on the sides of the court cards, allowing for easy identification. Interestingly, the Jack of Clubs is an exception, bearing the names of J. Trulier and G. Paris. In contemporary decks with similar patterns, this card is often denoted as Lancelot. I was hoping I could get in from the bottom, because when there's these little stickers on, I don't like to disturb it. I like to be able to get in, but what I can do is I can just move that down a little bit like that, and then, oh, look at this, it folds right down at the side. So, and there's the thumb cut out there, so it makes it so easy just to slide these cards in and out. This is the inside of the box, which as you can see is beautiful. And it's a poker sized deck. And again, hopefully this is showing on camera, but it is linen, and it's the softest linen. It is so gorgeous. I'll explain about the I nearly said the Fool, the Joker, because they didn't have jokers and they didn't have designs on the back of the cards back then. So Kristen has, you know, added that. So let's see what else I can tell you about the deck. So during the 1700s, the inclusion of jokers and back designs were not commonplace. I'm ahead of myself, aren't I? So as you can see here, this is a design by Kristen Condor. In order to make a deck fit contemporary norm, I can't speak. In order to make a deck fit contemporary norms, Kristen created two jokers by combining the suits. So let's find those jokers. Here we go. So by combining the suits and adding the dog from the Jack of Spades. So in the Jack of Spades, there is a dog that we'll see here. So it's the dog from the Jack of Spades and a combination of the four suits. And as is tradition with jokers, you know, you have the opposite. So dog here is wearing a red collar and the dog here is wearing a black collar. So we get that sort of, I do apologise for the sirens and everything happening outside. You can tell it's a Friday evening. So this edition, it's limited to 1,000 decks, as I said. And to make them extra special, each one is individually numbered on the seal. So as you can see with mine, it's number 800. Nice round number there. And it says, this is your chance to go back in time and use the most popular French playing cards of the 18th century. We believe this historic deck will be an excellent addition to your collection. So, and I believe it's shipping anytime now as well. End of October, beginning of November time. These just feel gorgeous in the hand. They just, if anybody's got Pagan Otherworlds, oh no, look what I've done. It's that sort of feel for the cards, just beautiful. Okay. So let's bring the camera down and let's take a closer look at these cards. Okay, so we've got this little title card here, which tells you that it's called the Portrait de Paris, a restoration of the playing cards printed in Paris by J. Trulier. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. Between 1735 and 1751, hand restored and adapted by Kristen Condor with guidance from William Rader. And they're the folks over at Artisan Tarot. This is the first edition and limited to 1,000 decks. Thank you for your purchase. And here you can visit the website. Very easy to remember. It's www.artisantarot.com. So that's quite, making sure the light is right. Showed you the jokers. Okay, so I mean, it's not going to take long to do a walkthrough. It's a playing card deck, but obviously we'll pause at the courts so you can have a look at who they've been attributed to. But as it mentioned, you know, no numbers, they're just the pips. I love the shape of these. They're of the time because it has been restored. And you can just see how beautiful the card quality. They're so smooth. Ah, beautiful. So we have our spades here, going up in value from ace to 10. And then we have a full-bodied court. So in a lot of more modern playing card decks, obviously you'll have a reverse, so you'll have you know, the same in each corner and just kind of cut off at the waist, and then the mirror image. Well, not necessarily the mirror image because it's the opposite, isn't it? But I'm not sure how you pronounce that, Hogia. And we have Palais or Palace. Beautiful. We have David. Of course, back then they didn't do V's, they did, no, it was the other way around, wasn't it? They had V's instead of U's. And then we have our diamonds here. I love the shape of these diamonds. They're not a perfect, you know, shape. They're kind of almost like they're stretched out a little bit. I really like that. Fuller figured. And then we have Hector. And Rachel. Caesar for our King of Diamonds. Oh, we're going backwards now for the next two suits. So we have Alexandra for the King of Clubs. We have Argene. And then again, you'll see it in the next one. This is G Paris rather than an historical or mythological figure. And then we go 10, 9, 8. And then here we have Charles. I love this. We've just coronated a king who had also the orb and scepter, which was Charles. Judith, and then Lahia, and then 10, 9. This is for our hearts. Look at the shape of the hearts. I really love the style of vintage playing card decks. They're just wonderful. I've got that the other way around until when I drop them. So 3, 2, and the Ace of Hearts. So really lovely. If you don't know what bridge size is and you want a comparison with it, because this is a tarot channel, most people know about tarot cards. That's the size of the deck. Love the backs. I think it's a really nice, it's almost like a Marseille style back, but beautiful. And just, I'm an overhand shuffler, but it's linen, so I'd imagine it riffle shuffles like a dream. It certainly overhand shuffles like a dream. These just glide. So beautiful, beautiful deck. So that is the Portrait de Paris, and it's by Artisan Tarot. Beautiful, beautiful, high quality playing card deck, as I would expect now from the guys over at Artisan Tarot. Thanks for watching, everybody. Let me know your thoughts below as always, and thanks for watching. Until next time, go in peace. Namaste and blessed be.